soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Dialerix TV back with another video, and I would like to discuss with you guys an article that I read. This article is via Marty Fenn, Clutch Points, and the headline reads, 2 players who would be perfect trade targets for the Los Angeles Lakers. So the article says, though many predicted that LeBron James and Anthony Davis would be the best duo in the league, few could have expected the Lakers to jump out to the NBA's best record at 21-3. Entering play on Wednesday night, both James and Davis have dominated. While veteran signings like Danny Green and Dwight Howard have played their respective roles to perfection, of course that does not mean that the general manager, Scott Pelinka, is supposed to say Rob Pelinka, will not consider every possible move that might help the Lakers realize their full championship potential. Here are 2 players who could be perfect trade targets for the Lakers. Robert Covington. Covington has a team-friendly contract of $25 million over the next 2 seasons, can shoot the ball from the perimeter, and also help out on the glass. Sounds like a perfect fit, right? There is a real chance that the Minnesota Timberwolves look to sell by the February trade deadline, and Covington is one of their more valuable assets. Covington is an improvement over Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who is actually having a decent season but is a bad individual defender and affects the game in fewer ways than Covington. He will also give the Lakers a bona fide starter that head coach Frank Vogel could mix and match with the starters as well as a second unit, depending on whether he wants to use big or small lineups. The article goes on to say that would the Lakers be able to put together a suitable package, they would likely have to get rid of a number of future firsts, which could actually be more valuable depending on the futures of LeBron and AD. Caldwell-Pope could go the other way as a filler, given that he only has 1 more year left at a lesser annual value than Covington. He's also a few years younger, however he does have a no trade clause. Regardless, Covington would be an upgrade at the wing spot, especially as Kyle Kuzma battles through an injury-riddled season. So the next player that comes up on Clutch Point article is Goran Dragic. The article says Dragic is having a fantastic season for a Heat team that is exceeding expectations, so Miami may not feel comfortable dealing him, especially to another contender. However, there are still concerns about Dragic's health, and the Heat may face the reality of trading either him or Justice Winslow, given that Dragic will be a free agent at the end of the season. He seems like the more likely trade asset in spite of Winslow's injury and inefficiencies. It says this is a deal that might be as hard as the Covington move, mostly because of Dragic's salary and no trade clauses. Ideally, the teams would swap point guards, Rondo and Dragic, while KCP would also go to Miami along with a filler and maybe draft picks. Dragic would be the perfect backcourt scoring threat to complement LeBron and AD, but there are plenty of obstacles to bringing him to LA. In fact, the Lakers' financial situation as well as the no trade clauses make any deal unlikely. Nevertheless, Covington and Dragic are intriguing. So if you guys would like to read the entire article, the link is in the description box. But the trade to me that seems more ideal or feasible between the 2 trades, in my opinion, would be the potential Robert Covington trade. As the article states, Covington is a much more reliable scoring option from the perimeter compared to KCP and is a much better wing. I'm almost sure that the Philadelphia 76ers are really kicking themselves, though they are still having a successful season, but are probably going to regretting letting go Covington and Dario Saric, and also losing JJ Redick, 3 scoring options that complemented the non-perimeter shooter Ben Simmons extremely well. They may have success during the regular season, but we'll just have to see how far that will carry them towards the postseason once teams scout and lock in defensively. I disagree with this article stating that Covington could come in and be a starter for the Lakers. I think he would definitely be a better option coming off the bench with the second unit and bringing some extra scoring punch and defense off the bench. Like I stated, KCP has been playing much better and his teammates did what they were supposed to do. They defended him, but that's what life is about. Us fans pay our hard-earned money to see the best product on the floor. We gave him constructive criticism and got him back on track. I think KCP, like I said, is a really good player when he's playing within his role and shooting when it's the last resort, but he can make very boneheaded decisions a lot of times, and he makes a lot of dumb decisions. I do think if the Lakers were to push for a trade and LeBron James, who him and Rich Paul Paul are running Clutch Sports. If they go to KCP and they tell him that it's time to go, then hey, it's time to go. You got your guaranteed money, so now it's time for you to go. But of course, I think the only reason KCP is still on the Lakers is only due to LeBron James and his Clutch Sports relationship. You know, just like I knew when there was fake headlines about Josh Hart and KCP competing for this starting position, I just called it bogus because KCP is going to start regardless with LeBron James because of his Clutch Sports relationship. However, do I think Covington would be a better fit for the Lakers? Absolutely. The Lakers gave up a lot of picks for AD, so I don't see how they will be able to give up any future assets. But speaking of that, which would make a great segue right over to Goran Dragic. Obviously, the Lakers would probably love to have Goran Dragic. You know, he's a great facilitator, great player. Came up under the tutelage of Steve Nash, but I can't see that happening, you know, without coming with valuable trade assets in return for Miami. Dragic is an all-star. He's playing absolutely incredible with the Heat. I think the Heat will look to keep him. I do think he would definitely complement LeBron and AD extremely well, but so does Rajon Rondo, you know, who I think isn't getting enough credit for how he's evolved his game, shooting 52% from the perimeter. And as I stated, he's aging like fine wine. Goran Dragic is very injury prone, but Rondo injuries are basically expected due to his age. He's getting older. He's an NBA champion with tons of playoff experience, so I would rather have him at this point opposed to having Goran Dragic. However, if we were to get Goran Dragic without having to give up much, which I'm pretty sure that the Heat would prefer us do, give up a lot for Goran Dragic, you know, I can't really see this deal happening because they would most likely want to get an all-star in return or possibly get Kyle Kuzma, and I'm actually fine with that. But I think Miami wants stars and are in win now mode. But anyway, I personally think Covington would be the perfect trade target in my opinion, or possibly Marcus Morris. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe.